what's going on with OpTic, John? I mean, it just, they struggle against some of those top teams. And I feel like I'm at the point with them this year that I kind of was last year of like, yeah, you're good, but I just feel like it's going to be same old with OpTic. You're always going to be good, but you're not going to be great.
Yeah, they're starting to look like the team that doesn't have like the next gear, which is kind of weird to say about that team with those players, but it kind of looks like they get stuck by teams that are plateauing, that are playing on a really high level. They just seem to get outplayed by them slightly in little spots. Like the control against 100 Thieves, or against LA Thieves, excuse me, was really close. It was really close down the wire. The first hard point was really close. A couple breaks here and there, and they could have won that. It's just, I don't know what's stopping this OpTic team from hitting that form. Like, I feel like we have seen it, but it hasn't been consistent. It's always been in these little spurts where like, oh damn, they're disgusting, and then they go through the thing where they're good at the respawns, they're not as good at search. Now they're winning the search against the top team and they're losing all the respawns. It's like, can they put it together? And honestly, I don't know. I feel like they're like a top 6 team, which isn't bad. They can go out there and beat anyone, but it doesn't feel like they're ever going to hit that point where they're the best team in the game.
Ooh, talking, John, you about to get roasted by OpTic fans. No, I mean, they looked really good in S&D, like you said, but I think their number one problem has been an issue historically for OpTic. They are so good in the beginning of these games just because they always have some of the most talented players on their team. And then once you kind of hit that midway point, teams start figuring out the game. They start, just figuring out the best way to play it. OpTic doesn't. Or I don't want to say they don't, but they're not as disciplined as these other teams. I saw a stat that in their last 14 respawn games against the top 7 CDL teams, they're 3-11. Chicago OpTic should never be a thing for a team as talented as them. Like, it just shouldn't. And like John said, they should have beat LAT in the control. They should have beat them. They made so many bad plays. And it's not like something, they just need to figure it out, like they need to learn it. They just need to actually think like, oh shit, I need to be disciplined here. Take this long route. Yeah, I might not see anybody, but I could spawn LAT out, help my team here. It's a small fix, but they need to figure it out because they don't need a team change. But if they don't start playing the way they need to play, they're just going to kind of stay in this top 6 range, like John said. And they're a team that should be contending for championships every year or every event. They're
not really a team changey type of
they're not.
Yeah, never.
No, like, and I'm going back to before their dynasty teams, right? They form these rosters and kind of ride them out with however they are. That's just probably how Hector's always done it. We're not about to just switch all these people into OpTic, but like, I feel like everyone on the team is kind of big with the brand. Like these guys might just be a team for this title no matter what. I don't really see them switching. I think last year Gumless was switched off the team last year, but he wasn't really he wasn't getting the love in the videos. Person. He's not the OpTic person. Do you know what I mean? Nah, he's not. Right? So they switched out the one person, but historically they don't really do that. They stick, and it could be because their teams are usually really good too. They usually ride it out. So I don't think that the team change is coming. At least it doesn't feel like it. I don't know how you change it. Well, the thing is, there's only one option, 2 options.
Dashy. Well, Dashy is the
Dashy, right?
Is the one you would be able to argue is the least safe, which also feels like a weird thing to say, but like if Envoy is supposed to be Scump's replacement whenever he retires, and you're never going to bench Scump, and Formal, like, that just leaves Dashy.
Yeah, right, exactly. Has nothing to do with Dashy's performance necessarily. It's just it is what it is if you were going to do it, which I don't think they will.